window here. So this is Biloxi. No, Mobile. Sorry. Woo! I've been driving for a minute. This is Mobile. Just driving through Mobile, but I remember there's a tunnel that we have to go through. I thought it would. Last time I did it, it was like midnight. Right now it's almost 4 o'clock, so it's about 3:45. But I thought it might be fun because we go through downtown. We actually go under downtown at one point. And then we come out and there's the bay and some ships and stuff. And yeah, I just thought it would be fun to see. I think this is the part that we go through the tunnel. I came from a different direction last time. Today I came directly from the west on I-10, which is what I'm on. Last time I came through the middle of the state, came south and then hooked up. So a little bit different than this trip. And somebody's honking their horn. I'm looking to figure out who's honking. I don't know who that is or why the horn is honking. I don't see any semi-trucks, but I can't see directly behind me due to towing a trailer. So somebody loves their horn though. Anywho, like I said, I thought it'd be fun to do this. That was a little bit quicker than I thought it would be. The tunnel in Colorado, Eisenhower Tunnel, is a couple miles long, and it takes a minute to get through. So I see giant pickup trucks, but I don't see any. Like there's one coming up on my left, right there. I didn't see any semi-trucks. I guess there's one, a couple. Is that a semi-truck? A few vehicles behind me? Anywho. Yeah. So I know over here off to the right-hand side, you can see an old Navy ship over there. I think they do tours and stuff. If I had gotten here a couple hours ago, I might have taken that detour, but I did not get here a couple hours ago, so I'm not taking that detour. End of the day like this, I'm just going to be driving for a couple hours. So, yeah. Like I said, where, you come out of the tunnel and you go over the bay. And that's what we're doing. Turn that music down a little bit more just in case the camera is picking it up. Now some people might be wondering why I don't turn the camera around and record me. Basically because nobody wants to look at this. And everything else is more interesting than me. You can hear my voice. That's fine. I'm sure eventually you'll catch a reflection of me or something. Or maybe one day I'll have to be on camera. Okay, so this vehicle to the left, that van, is what I thought in my rearview mirror might have been a semi-truck. Obviously it was not. So, yeah. And we are still going. I'm hoping to make it till at least Tallahassee tonight. It's only a couple hours away and it's still early. So it should not be a problem, but there's always traffic. There's always things that might happen. And then I'll get up in the morning and drive the last couple hours to my brother's house. That stretch of drive along I-75 it can be pretty, but it's mostly just trees and ranch land. So I don't know if I'll record anything. I do hope to do a lot of stuff while I'm down here the next couple of months, in which case I will record, he said with a semi-question mark. Last year when I came down, I tried to take a lot of still photos. So we'll see what happens. I've already been looking at Atlas Obscura and some other websites, like interesting things to do, etc. I like to get away from touristy stuff if I can. That's just a me thing. I grew up in a touristy area. I grew up fairly close, about a 45-minute drive to Walt Disney World, SeaWorld, Universal Studios, etc. So whenever I travel, whenever I go anywhere, I try to get away from touristy stuff, talk to the locals, see what they think is interesting, which is what I did back there in Bay St. Louis. I chatted with the girl at the gym, and I asked her about a restaurant. She said, yeah, it's touristy though. If you just want something local that's good and inexpensive, you can go here, and that's exactly what I did. And I told him, I said, look, I'm not from here. I'm just passing through. I stopped at the gym to get a little workout in and take a shower. The girl recommended this place, so here I am. And they're like, great. So, little things like that. A guy in the Ram up here on the left has Hennessy etched or stickered or something into his rear panels and his rear door. Why can I not think of the word? Tailgate. So I'm wondering if that's a Hennessy version of the truck, like an official version, or if he just got a bunch of stickers that said Hennessy and put them on there. Because that just seems like the kind of thing cops would pull you over for. Oh, this person likes Hennessy? Great, let's do a smell test. See if they smell like they've been smoking, or not smoking, drinking. So yeah. I can't remember how far past the bay it is to get to Florida, but I think it's still like 20 or 30 miles. Because I have stopped at the visitor center / rest stop when you enter Florida a couple of times and spent the night in the parking lot. Because I usually, like I said, last time it was midnight or so when I came through here. And I usually try to pass through larger cities at night when there's less traffic. But again, that's a me thing. So I'm kind of hoping there's a sign here somewhere that says, Pensacola 30 miles or something. But yeah. Almost there. I could push through. I mean, it's not that far. I could push through and get to my brother's house really late, but I'd be getting there at like probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and I just don't want to. So I will stop one more time, at least, somewhere around 8:30, 9 o'clock at night maybe. Get a night's sleep, get up in the morning, and go. With all the flying and everybody does, I would like to see the Great American Road Trip return. But unfortunately, most of us don't have time for a Great American Road Trip. We want to get we get a week, maybe 2 weeks of vacation a year. We need to get to our destinations, have our fun, and then turn around and go home. We don't get to have that vacation road trip with the family or by yourself. So, but it's nice to get off the interstate. He said while on the interstate, I'm perfectly aware of the irony there. But I have gotten off the interstate a lot. I've taken some detours, some parallel roads. I've seen some scenery, seen some local flavor here and there. And I'm going to do the same thing when I head back to Colorado. I was actually looking at the map earlier when I was sitting at the cafe, thinking that I'm going to go north through like the northern parts of Alabama and Mississippi and Arkansas into Oklahoma probably. Not 100% sure because I did like driving through the parts of New Mexico that I saw. You know, the just vast open desert and the ghost towns and things like that. So I might want to make that trip as well. I haven't decided. I will decide when I'm leaving what route I will take, because for all I know, because I'm going to be heading back in late February, early March, for all I know, there's going to be a giant snowstorm going through the Midwest or the flyover states, in which case I will take the southern route. But I will try to do something different than what I did to come down here, just because, you know, what's the point in living in a country the size of the United States of America, where you can go to the beach, go to the desert, go to the mountains, see rainforests, see farmland, see everything, when all you do is sit on the interstate and every exit looks the same. It's all got the same 6 or 7 hotels. It's all got a Starbucks. It all has a Subway. It all has a gas station, maybe a truck stop. I mean, it's, you know, our interstates are starting to look a lot like strip malls or small towns. They all look the same. Not because small towns lack their individuality, but because fast food shops and restaurants, Olive Gardens, what's the other one? The Red Lobsters, places like that. Applebee's move into these small towns, and they push out a lot of the small local places. And then, you know, if you've been to Red Lobster in Jacksonville and Red Lobster in Enid, Oklahoma, and Red Lobster in Amarillo, Texas, you've been to Red Lobster. There's nothing new there. So I'm trying to avoid stuff like that where it's the same all the time. You know, taking the back ways and the state highways and the byways, especially in Texas, because their state highways are just as nice as the interstate. Sure, sometimes you have to slow down to get through a small town, but you know, the roads are just as nice. A lot of times they have pullouts and rest stops, and what I saw a lot on this trip was quote-unquote picnic areas, which are just pullouts. You know, you pull out, there's a couple benches, you know, you make a sandwich, have a bite to eat, whatever, you know, get out of the vehicle for a little bit, and then you jump back in the vehicle and you go again. Where other states don't necessarily have that. At least none of the other states I've been through. So, yeah. Sorry, I was still hoping to see a sign or something that said Pensacola this far away, or Florida this far away, or whatever. Still haven't seen that sign. So, that sign had a mile marker that said 38.7. Not 100% sure off the top of my head. Yeah, see, the miles are getting bigger here. So I don't know. If they were getting smaller, I'd say, okay, 38 miles. But they're getting bigger, and I don't know how big they get in this part of Alabama. But this is basically what the road's going to look like. I've done this drive from Houston to Florida a gazillion times. This is basically what it's going to look like. Trees on each side, 2 lanes over here, 2 lanes over there, at least until Tallahassee, and then when I turn south on I-75, it's going to look like that again. Okay, Pensacola, 44 miles. Okay. So that's what I wanted to see. Again, thanks for coming on this ride, and I will talk at you guys later.